Hey everybody, and welcome to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 map review. Today we have Capital Down. The first one, and this for me is a source of absolute nostalgia. I think this is one of the first maps I ever reviewed back on the Konoha main channel, and not only that, I do remember, even though it's been so long, I do remember that this one ended in my top 10 favorite maps for Battlefront 2 Season 1, which were the first 200 maps I ever did. So basically this is part of the Capital Down map pack. I do believe that back when I reviewed this, they were individual maps, and this map pack consists of Capital Down 1, 2, 3, and 4. And basically the premise of each map is kind of the same, that you are battling with giant armies, or giant-sized armies, around a capital ship that has been downed, and basically the setting is always different. Where this is supposed to be Geonosis, and then the next one is on the moon, then there's a grass planet, and then eventually there's Tatooine. Now the difference here, and what makes it so cool, is the absolute incredible amount of units that are involved in this battle. This goes way beyond XL, and you can see there's walkers everywhere, armor, even ships in the air. And the cool thing, and the reason why I chose this one, is just because it is all so bright. You can clearly see what is happening. And the battle is really focused, again, on this ship right here. You can actually see on the map here that there are quite a lot of capture points on both sides. Meaning that, the battle could shift in a lot of places. But since they are polar opposites, they're exactly opposite of each other, you get this sort of natural front that gets created near the entrance of this ship. You can also see with, I think that's 1 and 6 or 5, the CIS have 2 spawn points that are super close together. Meaning that, oh god, Grievous! There's going to be more of a focus on the battle itself than actually capturing the point. What I mean by this is, let's say the clones manage to capture point 1. They will not be able to hold for very long because they will immediately get enemy reinforcements from this point on. So, again, because it is also clear this is a... Ooh! Oh! God, what a terrible spawn. Yeah, we lost that one. I was about to say this is a great map for snipers. Of course, now I'm not in the ideal position to be sniping. I'm too close. But again, you can see all the way over there. Do some damage. Now again, the real battering rams here will be the vehicles, who actually will spawn in a vehicle and take control of an ATTE. Who's got... Oh, you can be Obi-Wan regularly. What the hell? There you go. Again, there's so many different tanks. Snail tanks, spider walkers, hailfires. There's so much going on. And it is awesome. We'll also head into one of the ships in a little bit and check it out there. And again, the cool thing here is the premise is super simple. Again, if you look at the map, it's just Geonosis, just an open field, and the battle's there, and it works. And in a sense, it is going to be personal preference, because like I said, there are 4 maps in this map pack, and they all have the same premise. So the next battles in the Capital Down, they're not that different. But some of them might have a little bit more cover. For example, I do think that this map could deal with a little bit more cover just for regular units. Not too much though, because you still want the vehicles to have free reign and be able to move without, getting stuck every few seconds. Oh, look at all these droids ready for the slaughter. There's just so much going on. It's so epic. I do think that nowadays there have been... let's actually start here and go a little further away with the sniping. There have been maps that, for example, go beyond the XL, so I have a lot more troops out there that go beyond this in terms of quality and details. This is one of the earlier maps, if I'm not mistaken, for Battlefront 2. And nowadays, I did get one request for example, Sun-Ra Desert City. That one also, well, the premise is very different, first of all, but it also has a huge number of units, and it has so much more objects and details in there, you know. So, or the other one example is, for example, Coruscant Modern Warfare. Again, very different because they're in an urban environment, but have the same premise where they present combat on a much larger scale than Excel. Also, we are actually trying to enter this point here. This is very interesting. Look at this. It looks like that spider walker is almost being a guardian there. Look how difficult it is going to be to capture those points. Oh my goodness. Let's actually get into one of the ships, shall we? If we can actually get be able to do this. There's even speeder bikes. No, don't get out. Let me... Oh! Speak about the devil.
You picked up a bomber.
Here we go. So, let's see what we got. So here you can see the scope of the map. And again, I was super positive. Again, if I had to be a little bit more critical now than I was then, having a little bit more cover, a little bit more objects or assets in the map itself might be worth it. Also, for example, you will not see, as the clones, you will never see these things right here. So, in terms of that, the details or assets will get lost. Ugh. Oh, look at that. You can be a proper hero.
This is Skywalker.
Oh, God.
Let's get on with this.
Command post under attack.
Let's see if we can do some damage there and keep our health. Look at that. The droids are going on the attack. We are actually now underneath 100 units, meaning that we will actually get a loss of reinforcements. Look at that, we had some clones here too. Very interesting. It's just, for me personally, this is a must download. I realized that I, of course, did the Seleucami Valley the other day and criticized it for, again, being a little bit bland in terms of outside where the battle is. And that's why, again, woo! If I had to criticize this now a little bit more than I did back then, having a bit more objects and assets here would probably benefit the battle. Not too much. Again, the vehicles must have free reign, and it's of course annoying if you have a large field and you pump it full of assets and all the vehicles get stuck every few seconds. But just a little bit, there's like literally nothing. Meaning, of course, also that snipers could be a little bit more powerful than expected. I do, in my memory, remember, I think that the Capital Down 2, 3, and 4 have a bit more cover. But I just like the Geonosis aesthetic in this sense. Again, it's all so clear. It's very epic. The scale really portrays well. Where are you going? Bye. Ugh. Just as I said that, I meant bye for myself. Great. And there's so much to do. I mean, vanilla-wise, if you turn this up, each side has about 600 reinforcements, and the matches tend to take a little longer than usual. And there's still stuff we haven't tried. We haven't been into a TX-130 yet. I guess if you can nitpick a little bit, where I said, the natural front that's created and the battle that takes place is all in front of the entrance of the ship, and it never really deviates from that, right? So this whole time the battle has been going here. Now, you can actually clearly see that we have taken some of the outposts or capture points, but that is purely because we are at the end of the match and some of our units are just not spawning. You can see how empty this place has become, and that is why. So that actually does not count for changing. So in a sense, this map can maybe become, or battle can become stale to some, because you're battling at the same point over and over and over again. But just again, in terms of scale, chaos, I think it nails it down really. And maybe it might be nostalgic. Again, as I said, I do think that there are better alternatives out there now, and we will definitely take a look at some of them in the future as well. But for me, this is definitely a must download. Again, it is a map pack. It comes with 4 maps. Might be a little bit, a little simple. But simple is not always bad. If it's effective, simple is absolutely fine.
Hostiles have gained a command post. They're losing reinforcements. Keep it up. The enemy has taken a command post.
And good thing here too, you can really see that as one of the ships, you can really do make a difference. You can really punish the land vehicles there. And the only reason why I'm surviving this long is again because so many of the units have, cannot respawn. And with all the ground units, with all the vehicles, you wouldn't survive very long in the air either. Which is a neat little detail, I think. Hope I could get
reinforcements are being depleted.
Oh, wait a minute. I should probably not be in here as Anakin, huh? My health thing still counts down.
Lost, but not the battle. Another command post for the Republic. Enemy reinforcements are decreasing.
You don't need me.
Yeah, there you go.
Come on, some more important battles.
Let's see. Yeah, we can be regular Obi-Wan. There are 5 left. This always becomes sort of like searching for a needle in a haystack. I might call this quits a little bit early. We'll see. Now you can kind of see how empty it is. There have been maps out there that try to like emulate, big battles that have been emptier than this. I think the big battle maps are a testament to that. But yeah, no, I think I'm gonna end it here. Definitely, I think it is a great map pack. Check it out. Do realize that most of the maps pretty much revolve around this. And let me know any recommendations or requests of maps or mods you want to see on this channel in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.